Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jamison and this is how I cook. I'm gonna show you another classic Southern recipe. It's super simple and it's arguably something that appeals to everybody, whether you're vegan, whether you're vegetarian, or somebody like me who's a ravenous meat eater. Up next on This Is How I Cook, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a quick summer cucumber salad in the way that we make it down in the South, using fresh cucumbers and some simple ingredients. Up next on This Is How I Cook. So guys, before we get much farther into the video, do me a favor, hit that subscription button and turn on those notifications. It really does help my channel to grow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this food safe container to put our salad in. And our salad has to marinate overnight so that it can get the proper flavor that we're looking for with our Southern cucumber salad. And so I've got some cucumbers here. These are little baby cucumbers. You can use whatever kind of cucumbers you have access to. I rinsed these off just to make sure they didn't have any grit on them. And so what we're gonna do is just chop these up. And I'm gonna start by taking off the end of the cucumber. And at this point, I want a pretty decent size chop on the cucumber. So that's what we're looking for right there. Something about a 1/2 inch thick, a little over a 1/4 inch thick. And once you chop it, we're gonna just take it and put it into our container here. So now that we've got our cucumbers cut up into these nice medallions, what we want to do next is put in a little bit of tomato to go in there. All right, so I took the top off this tomato and I'm gonna flip it over here. And we're just gonna start working through our tomato. And so you can make these chunks as big as you want them to be. You know, I don't want mine too big, because in a traditional cucumber salad, you don't even have to put tomato in there. A lot of people just use straight cucumber in there, no other vegetables. But I like a little bit of something else in there. So I'm gonna do a coarse chop here. Yeah, that's about the size I want. And that's about as much tomatoes I want in my cucumber salad. So I'm gonna take these and put them in there, right? So the last thing we're gonna put into our salad is I'm gonna put in some red onion. I just so happen to have some red onion in the fridge for making tacos. And so we'll do the same thing we just did, chop up some. And I'm gonna cut this pretty thin because I just want this for the flavor. So I've got my red onion cut up into these fine strips. And so what I'm gonna do now is just take a handful of these and I wanna put these into my salad. I love red onion in a salad. This is delicious. And so the final thing we've got to add in here is we need to put in some seasoning as well as our vinegar. So this is white distilled vinegar. This is the vinegar that you can put in there. You can put apple cider vinegar in here. You can put any type of vinegar you want. I've even got a peach vinegar over there that I can use. But in this case, we're gonna just use good old fashioned white distilled vinegar. And so I want enough vinegar. So I filled this up about halfway, you can see that there. And I really just want the cucumbers to soak in this. If this was a different style of container, then all the vegetables will lay down in the vinegar. But for my purposes of this, I'm just gonna do it just like this. And then the next thing we need to add in here is we need to add plenty of salt. And we also need to add plenty of pepper. I love a lot of pepper in my cucumber salad. And you guys already know me. We gotta do Mr. Accent here. A little bit of Mr. MSG. Just enough to kind of help the flavor profile of our salad. So what I wanna do is give this a good shake. So I got a lid to go on here. And we'll seal this up. We're just gonna give this a good shake to get those spices and that salt distributed throughout the salad. So we put together our Southern cucumber salad. We put straight vinegar, straight white distilled vinegar into our salad. We put in some salt and pepper and accent, and we've got cucumber, we've got red onion, and we've got tomato. We shake this around, to get everything coated with the vinegar. And we're gonna let this sit in the refrigerator overnight. You can eat this right now, but it's better if you let it sit overnight. And so tomorrow morning, what I'll do is I'll get up and we'll finish up the tasting of this, and I'll let you guys know how it turned out. All right, guys, so we're back the next day, and I wanna show you what happens when you let the cucumber salad marinate for 24 hours. So here's the container that I had the salad in. And if you look here, you see how much liquid has come out of the cucumber salad, the vegetables in here. I didn't even put that much in there. This was probably about to where I had the vinegar. And then the rest of this liquid came from the vegetables. And this container was full to the top when I closed it up. And you see how the vegetables have shrunken because the liquid has come out of them due to the vinegar, the spices, and all that goodness that I put in there. So we're gonna put this in a bowl. I'm gonna show you what this looks like, and I'm gonna taste this for you to wrap up our video. All right, guys, so let's open up our salad and see what it tastes like here. One of the things I love about this salad, if you guys can smell this salad, it smells so good. One of the things I love about this salad is just how good it smells. It smells like summer. And you look at these vegetables in here, man. Let's get this, make this look real pretty here on the plate. And this is our wonderful, fresh cucumber salad. And you can even take some of this vinegar with all these spices and stuff, and you can dress this up however you want to. Yep. Now we're gonna come in and add a little bit more pepper to finish this off. And there you have it. That is our beautiful cucumber salad, our Southern style cucumber salad, garnished with tomatoes and some beautiful red onion. Okay, guys, before we taste our Southern cucumber salad, I wanted to shout out some of the supporters of Jamison Presents This Is How I Cook. Hey, man, Al, Lou, love you guys, man. Thank you guys for always encouraging me to do this content. I appreciate you guys being such great friends. Thanks for being a great neighbor, Al. Thank you for being a great buddy, Lou. Appreciate you guys, man. Rock, my South Carolina folks. Man, Rock, thank you so much for supporting Jamison Presents This Is How I Cook. Ms. Myrtle, thank you so much for supporting Jamison Presents This Is How I Cook. Mr. Brown, yes, Mr. Brown, another one of my South Carolina brothers. I appreciate you, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting Jamison Presents This Is How I Cook. My Aunt Angela back home. Hey, thank you, Aunt Angela. Thank you so much for supporting Jamison Presents This Is How I Cook. I appreciate you supporting your nephew the way that you do. And to all the people who are always in my comments, dropping kudos or just telling me thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right, we've thanked everybody. We've shouted out some friends, and now I gotta try this salad. So this is hard, y'all. Always the hard part, trying the food. It's so hard to try the food, but we're gonna give it a shot. The cool thing about this recipe is that it's vegan. There's no animal products in it. It is vegetarian, and it even appeals to somebody like me who's a ravenous meat eater. This salad is simply delicious. First thing is it smells fresh. You get the cucumber wafting off of this. You got the spiciness from the red onion, and you got all the vinegar that you pick up on here, and you smell the freshness of the tomatoes too. Let's give this a shot, y'all. Wait, man. First off, let me taste this again. You know how I do. I gotta taste it twice to make sure that I'm tasting what I'm tasting before I tell you what I'm tasting. Let me taste this one more time. Let me get a piece of this tomato this time. Oh. Man, tart, but you would expect that from the vinegar. But what happens with this tartness is that it becomes much milder after you let the salad sit overnight, because all the liquids from the cucumber, obviously from the red onion and the tomato, it makes the salad milder and takes some of the harshness off of that acidity because it dilutes the vinegar. And one of the things we do in the country, aside from eating this wonderful fresh salad that tastes like cucumber, tastes like spring, tastes like summer, you know, we drink the liquor. And that is probably, honestly, the best reason to make the salad, is to sip this wonderful, salty, briny, cucumber infused. It's the nectar of the gods during the summer. We would eat this as snacks during the summer back home. We'd eat this as an accompaniment for a meal. I remember many Saturdays eating cucumbers prepared this way. And so I'm just happy to share this recipe with you and your family. I'm gonna have another bite here real quick before I sign off. Man. And you still got a nice crunch to the cucumber as well, because the longer you let this sit, the softer the vegetables will become because of the vinegar. But one day, letting it sit in the refrigerator, you have the perfect summer accompaniment for any meal, or just as a dish all unto itself. Guys, I'm Jamison, and this is how I cook. Super simple recipe for you guys. Hope you guys go and make this salad and give it a shot. Like I said, let it sit in the refrigerator overnight and thank me later. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite salad? Have you ever thought about eating cucumbers this way? Are you a fan of Southern cucumber salad? But regardless, I gotta get going, guys. Y'all have a wonderful time in the kitchen. And yeah, thank you again. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me get some more of these red onions. I love red onions, love them. Y'all take care. Man, who knew a vegetable could taste so good?